Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Eight. Kill.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Gun. Come on, let's go. Showing up. Switch. Slam. Check 31. Undercross.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ready? 51 for Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Alert flare. 20. Check three. Slam.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch twist. 8. Shit. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Greg.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving him past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Gun. Check 43.
Throwing is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. That's to McCaffrey, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Naeem Hines, his first carry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Harris. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, here we go.
Out of the gun, Newton. Man open, that's Ray McLeod. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ready? Watch time. 8. 3 down. Mike's 59. Mike West. Ready? Check 59. Mike is 20. Mike to 59. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Let's go, baby.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Back to throw. Harris. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short.
Ricky. Bang, 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 bang. Hey! Bang, bang. Check. Shift. 20. Check. 8. Watch twist.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Saints' 47-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Watch the screen. 8. Check 59, Mike is 59.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, a little juke. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Check 13. 20. He's checking. Crash. Check. Fresno.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Express! Wide motion. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Let's make these babies cry.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
I got you, boy. Switch. Great. Check nine.
This is McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The run there on first down, going to get them 5 up to the 30. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Kill. SOS.
This is Hines. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Harris from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On the return is Jones. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go one more.
Gun.
Hey. Orbit. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
To throw again. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check the backer. Shift. Watch the shift.
Great.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. B.J. Hill able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will get the football at their 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Right here.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harris. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Switch up. 54's Mike.
Now Harris throwing on 3rd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Great.
Mine's 50, mine's 50. Watch the run, watch the run. Trump. Mine's 50.
Express.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
To throw is Newton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Now it's Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for Carolina. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. And let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's get it together.
Looking to throw. Harris. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Here's Harris operating from the gun. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59. It's a party now.
Harris now going to throw again. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. He's at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Back to throw. Harris. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll try and run for it. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Switch. Kill. 8. Back.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Come on. You better.
From just shy of midfield, Newton over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
59. Target. Great. 59 Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. To throw is Harris. On 1st down, he'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And the Saints, 1st down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I know he ain't got it. Switch.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
You see it all day. Pick it.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Check. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Harris From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You're trapped. You're trapped. Shoot. Shoot. 22, check, cover. 22, check, cover. Watch out. Same one. 54. Mike, 54. Cover,
Now Harris throwing again. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, Harris. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the curve. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Looking to throw. Harris under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Tight down. There you go. Mike 5-4. Watch the screen. 54 is Mike. Check. 54. Check.
Back to throw. Harris. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He's checking crack.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now it's Hines. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike, check.
Now Newton on 1st down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Uncorks one for Dan, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Harris throwing on first down. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Harris now on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's done. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. I don't know. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Rip right, rip right. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check it out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
So this